Mark, welcome to Virgin Radio. Congratulations on your film England Is Mine. I really, really loved it. I've met Stephen. He's quite an intimidating man. I kind of almost took him out of the picture for this, to be honest, and I thought it was a wonderful exploration of a young man kind of trying to find his way and who he was and what he was, rather than it being a Morrissey film. I hope you take that as a compliment.
Yeah, we do, because I remember me and Jack having that conversation when Jack first came on board, and Jack was genuinely, obviously, worried about playing this icon. I says, look, I can't make a film about an icon, but I can make a film about a young guy who's struggling. And he went, yeah, I can do that as well. So that's what we just concentrated on that, didn't we? We just ignored.
Yeah, the guy, it was very much the guy on the page for me. Just straight away there was loads of different things in that script that I thought, right, I can play that, no problem. I'm glad that that's what you think of it, because I agree, and having seen the film now as well, I think it's not until the end Morrissey.
How much of him is in it though, in terms of, I watch it and I'm a Smiths fan, and I'm not sure I'm a Morrissey fan anymore because he's gone slightly wayward, I think. But in terms of that period and him and what they did for music, I kind of want to know how much of it is you based on him, or you know about him, or you researched about him, or you were able to write specifically about him.
Well, he did good interview in the early days, and so he did. And there is a brilliant website, and I'll never be able to thank them enough for just existing, called Passions Just Like Mine, and they've just uploaded everything. Yeah. So I just spent hours rereading stuff, because I remember reading it first time round. And he talks about everything: his life, his family, his upbringing. I had huge help off Billy Duffy, who was in the nosebleeds with him. So Billy was instrumental in giving us really interesting stories and anecdotes, which found their way into the film. We just thought of ways to bring those to life.
I enjoyed every minute of making this film, and it was what was it, a 5-week shoot? Mm-hmm. It was tiny.
Oh, that's nothing, isn't it, compared to Dunkirk?
Yeah. It was tiny, and 2-3 weeks of it, we were in his bedroom.
Going slightly mad, I think.
Going slightly crazy.
60
but that
people
was
in the house.
Probably a good thing in terms of his mindset as well, because he was really, this young man, he seems really troubled in terms of, he's itchy in his skin, and he doesn't quite know where he fits in and what he is and what he wants to be and stuff, and it's a wonderful exploration of that.
That's what I took from the script, was hesitation. Mm-hmm. And how hesitation can kill, and it stifles everything, and it's one of our worst traits as human beings. Because you think if you didn't hesitate, what everybody could achieve. And I think for him, he even refers to it in a song. Is it Half a Person? Mm-hmm. He says 16 clumsy and shy. Yeah. And that for me is the script. Yeah. And so I just ran with that.
England Is Mine is out on the 4th of August, and the star of the film and the writer-director Mark and Jack are with us. Great transformation as well, I think. Did you just kind of sort of submerge yourself in the music, and did you read, and what was your prep for it and stuff?
Yeah, Mark gave me a few things to watch and listen to, and obviously I listened to their music. I remember every time I hear What Difference Does It Make, it reminds me of Vilnius in Lithuania. It's where I was walking about shooting War and Peace and just listening to that song. And I also watched Saturday Night, Sunday Morning. Brilliant film, because he had a real fancy for these kitchen sink dramas. Yeah. And no, I watched a couple clips of him, because obviously he's got this really distinctive voice. But we came up with something. I would phone Mark and do some of it down the phone or whatever, and we came up with something that just felt natural, but also still pushing it a bit. Yeah, because
are you a natural singer?
That's where I started.
Of course, I am.
I started in amateur operatics in the Borders. So
what are we talking? Oliver, all that
kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Guys and Dolls. Great. It's all there. They have a massive scene in the Borders, in the Scottish Borders.
Same in Fife.
Yes, exactly. They have a big scene up there, and
there's nothing else for people to do do. So
well, yeah, they're very competitive in a creative way.
I got as far as playing the dog in Annie, and then got told not to sing because dogs don't sing.
It's a good point.
Heartbreaking.
Though, but it's a good point. Yeah.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Oh God! Don't sing into a counselling session. This.
Don't sing. But normally the dog does sing, not this dog.
Not the one in the
dog.
show.
No.
What do you think? What do you think you'd do if you met him?
Oh.
Because I think he'd really like it.
I personally think he would, but I do understand it must be bizarre watching a film about yourself, especially about that period of your life when everything's being developed. I think he would. You've no idea, but if I met him, I'd probably hug him.
He needs a hug, I think.
Yeah,
just need a cuddle.
Yeah,
but he's, or fall at his feet, because he's just what he achieved in that time.
Yeah,
it's just amazing. He just took a leap.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Well, we had Johnny in actually. Johnny Marr was in about 6 months ago when he had his new book out. What a lovely man.
I bumped into him about a week ago.
Did you?
I was at that New Order True Faith exhibition at the International Festival in Manchester. So I wasn't going to go say anything.
And did you?
Well, Orion and Baldwin, my producers, frog marched me over there. I'd speak to Johnny Marr. Oh, God. Because there's like, what do you say? And he knew all about the film, and he was so lovely about it. And lots of people in the music industry have seen it because people have looked at the soundtrack. And he said, I've heard great things about it. I'm really honoured that I'm in it.
Jack,
definitely.
Mark, thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you.